This is TWiT.
You don't think it's a good idea, for instance, to give your Visa card to an AI and let it do all your shopping for you? You think that might be a bad idea?
Yeah, that was in the news this week.
That was a nasty one, yeah.
I mean, that's the dream. That's the fantasy. Like, hey, I mean, if the idea of AI is to get rid of this stuff we don't like to do, instead of me spending, half a day on Expedia looking for hotels and paying and buying or gifts for so-and-so, it's just not there. It's just not there yet. I mean, sure. I mean, I guess that's putting the apparatus, it's putting some of the infrastructure in place. But yeah, AI is not good enough. It's to do what is being promised. To me, the year of the agent is about, we've raised hundreds of millions or billions in venture capital, and we have to say something.
We got to monetize this somehow.
Yep, couldn't agree more. Yeah,
Visa's calling it the Visa Intelligent Commerce Initiative.
Oh,
they plan to work with OpenAI, Microsoft, Anthropic, Perplexity, and Mistral, IBM, Samsung, and the payment company Stripe to allow your AI to use your credit card, letting autonomous AI models control your credit card to make purchases ranging from groceries to clothing on its own based on your budget and preferences. How is this different, though, from me saying to my Amazon Echo, hey, Echo, I need razor blades. She then says, what's your PIN? I say the PIN and she buys them. That's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Another example is Stitch Fix, where instead of you trying to figure out what's going to look good, you just say, send me an outfit. And, Stitch Fix sends you a box. And if you
of course, you
don't
can
like
always send them back, right? You don't have to keep them.
And presumably, an AI powered shopping service would have that same guarantee. Hey, if we screwed up, you just return it. Which you kind of already have in the world of e-commerce, like easy returns are kind of an accepted practice. But I think you would have to have, like no questions returned if the AI is buying stuff for you.
Yeah, I mean, the trust issue here is so huge. What was 1994, 1995, the year of the internet, and by the 5 years later, the year 2000. 90% of the deals that were consummated over the internet, someone was writing a check, putting in the mail, and sending it. They didn't, people didn't trust giving, their credit card over the internet. It just takes time. And I imagine AI is the same thing. Yes, in 5 years, whatever, down the road, we're going to have trust. But, people aren't going to trust it for a long time. So, to me, it's Visa taking these, early baby steps.
It does happen pretty quickly, though. I mean, I still have relatives who say you can't use a credit card in the internet. But and I remember it wasn't that long ago, I'd get calls on the radio show. Is it safe to buy stuff on the internet? And I would tell people it's safer than giving your credit card to a waiter and he disappears to the back.
Yeah.
And that happened within a matter of a few years. People kind of, except for my relatives, got used to it. And now, does anybody say, I'm not going to use a credit card online?
Well, no, you have an internet credit card, one with a strictly limited credit limit that you use just online and the rest of it.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, I just give them my regular Visa card.
Oh, I've done that for almost a quarter century.
Yeah, good on you.
You guys are the two that I was talking about.
With the paranoid.
Safe
but
online.
as Silicon Valley goes, only the paranoid survive. It's one of those things.
And the irony is that credit card almost never gets
stolen.
Yeah,
almost never gets stolen, canceled. Right. And so all of my online payments are, knock on wood, like they're happening uninterrupted. Meanwhile, the card that I use in physical stores,
Actually, I'm being a little facetious because I use a company called Privacy, which is a longtime sponsor. They're not anymore, but they were for a long time. And they give you individual card numbers linked to the merchant so that only the merchant after the first purchase can continue to use that card. And they also give you one-time cards. That used to be a thing. What happened? All the credit card companies used to do that one-off. Here's a one-time only credit card number, and as far as I can tell, nobody does it. Maybe it was
I think Citibank.
Citibank. I think Discovery might still do it, but It must be an expensive thing.
I mean, it does freak me out when people take your credit card and take it away from you, and it's like you could be running that through a skimmer right now.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Every time you go to a gas station, you could be running it through a skimmer. That's
no, you always toggle, even at ATMs, you always toggle the thing just to see if it's loose.
Really?
Yeah.
Shake it a little bit.
Yeah, just to see if it's loose. I mean, maybe
We've had skimmers here in Petaluma, little old Petaluma. On the gas, many gas pumps have had skimmers on them. That's very common.
Leo, you're absolutely right. It's much safer over the internet. I've literally had a waiter, give a credit card. I was a little tipsy at a Sunday brunch, champagne brunch, and next thing I know, there's hundreds and hundreds of dollars of charges. So
whoever thought bottomless Bellinis was a good idea? Really, endless mimosas. That is a terrible idea. Well, but nowadays, I don't know. More and more, I'm seeing the waiters come to your table, right, with the thing, and you never give them your card. Is that becoming more common? I don't know. I see that a lot in Petaluma.
It's very common in the UK.
Is it? Yeah, Europe, they've done it for years, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Chip and pin.
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. America has this chip and signature thing, and it's just like nobody looks at the signature. I could write Donald Duck on there, and they'd still pass the bill.
I was selling my son's car. He left to go to New York to open his restaurant, and he left the Tesla for me. Thank you. And I had to get a power of attorney to sell his car, and I was looking at his signature, and I mean he's 30 years old, but obviously they never taught calligraphy or even handwriting in school because his signature is like this. It's worse than Donald Trump's. It's like this. So, I mean, if I'd had to, I could have easily duplicated his scribble.
I say bad parenting there, but
is that bad parenting? Okay, all right. Well, you have a 13-year-old. Wait till your son's 30 years old, then you tell me. Okay.
Guilty secret time. I write my wife's name on birthday cards to my family if she doesn't have time to sign them. So
they can't tell. Nobody
they can't tell.
Actually, I remember reading a handwriting expert saying, "Bad handwriting is harder to forge than good handwriting."
Well, this is interesting from the spam perspective because now we've got Gen AI coming on spam. They're doing all the grammar and syntax exactly
you can't
right.
tell anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
So now, you're looking for mistakes as a sign of human beings rather than,
I got a perfect phishing email yesterday. I have all my own domains like leoville.com. So there's no administrator. And I got an email from leoville.com from, admin at leoville.com. Your password is expired. You need to renew it. Everything was perfect. Not only the grammar, but even the from address. I had to go deep into the headers to figure out where it came from. I knew there was no way it was going to phish me because I own the site. There's no administrator. I am the administrator. I got it for not just one site, but for a half a dozen of my sites, all of which, you go to ICANN or Whois and figure out what sites are who and what the administrator email address is. It's an easy phishing scam. So don't fall for it, kids. But I mean, it wasn't obvious. They buried it. I mean, it was well crafted.
No, I mean, this is the point. You're smart and you check it back. But if the average person clicks on a link and sees, Microsoft.support spelled slightly wrong, whatever, the rest of it, they're going to get caught.
They're very good now.
Yeah. No, welcome to the future. AI means that, phishing, etc., all these scams, they're just much better. I mean, you're right. What you're now looking for is the humanness of it. Like there might have been, one little tiny mistake. If it's too perfect, you need to be suspicious.
Hey, thank you for watching this little snippet from our big show, the News Roundtable, This Week in Tech. I'm Leo Laporte. Each week we cover the week's tech news, in-depth analysis, but it's also fun and engaging. You'll find it at twit.tv along with all of our shows. And if you want more, just hit the subscribe button, and we'll be sure to bring you a lot more great content. Thanks for listening.